Anna, I'll start with you. What is your opinion of the exteriors?
The exterior is contemporary, and whatever little space they have for their landscape, they've really utilized it. You see a small garden table out with couple of chairs. Everything looks so inviting, and with simple concrete paving blocks, and they've even made a pattern in the with the lawn in between, and they've kind of taken the inside out, and they've given corner windows. In the upper level there is a bedroom with just glass, no grills, and again to make it even better, they've gone for a glass handrail. Not everywhere, just because the view from that room is not obstructed. So when things are used with a purpose, it looks good and it feels good also. There's a small steel pergola work they've done, probably as a sunshade on above the car park. Only that seems a little out of place. Otherwise everything looks good. The cladding stone, they've used 2 different colors in the sit out area. That goes well with the black granite they've used. They've tried out things in a very simple and subtle. I love that main door and the big huge handle. I'm sure that's custom made. It looks very impressive.
Arun, what would you say?
It's a very sleekly done exterior. Not too many frills except for the pergola what she was telling about. House has got a good viewing distance from the exterior, and there is not much of vegetation around, so it kind of stands out on its own. They've done a bit of landscaping in the interiors with whatever land area they have left. I think it is ample enough for the house, and hopefully in the time to come people will build more houses, and then they'll have some company and create another small climate, microclimate there. But like she was telling, one thing interesting about the upper floor balconies, they've gone for the glass handrail. It looks very neat. The bedroom view will be totally unobstructed right for now, till the time somebody else builds the house in front. But till then they can enjoy the good view and the good ventilation, and the balconies look very deep, so that means they can have enough space for protecting the house from the doors from the wind and the rain. So that's a good thing, and I think the composition looks very neat, very simple. They have not gone for too many colors. Again, grey and off-white is the predominant color. It's looking neat.
Okay. Moving on to the interiors, is this the same tonality that they have given to the interiors?
They've tried to keep everything simple. The sofas look custom designed. The cushions also look custom designed, and they have a jute covering. That's very comfortable. It doesn't get heated up like the artificial leather. Then the furniture is arranged well with enough open space in between to move around. There are some curio items that is collected. There's a laughing Buddha, then some other articles which are neatly placed in right position, some wall murals which are hung, and there's a nice interesting view of a staircase going across in floating steps. That's also an interesting thing, because the opening kind of frames the staircase in a different way, like a portrait or something. And then even the dining table looks neat. It's a custom done table, and the chairs also look neat, and there's a space outside where you can get out to. There's a neatly tucked in wash basin on one corner. So I think every space is dealt very well. Staircase is a point of question with no protection on one side, but I think it's understandable, and probably they can even add on to the side by some kind of railing, some glass railing or something, if in case there is an issue. I think all the bedrooms look similar in the kind of arrangement that they've gone for, and one bedroom looks particularly good because it gets all the view in the upper level. And one interesting thing we noticed that one of the bedrooms has a tub, and that's a very novel thing to do for a bedroom. These days people don't get enough time to spend in the bathroom, where this becomes a totally different approach. The colors they have used is very minimal. They have not gone for very loud colors. The one good thing I see is the floor color kind of connects the whole house. There's a lot of black right from the sit out, you see, and the stones, so it kind of continues throughout the house.
Anna, what would you like to add?
And the interior look, they've gone for dark flooring, but still it looks very bright.
Yeah.
They have taken a courtyard, not by wasting space in the middle of the house. They've actually made use of the yard on the side. They've kind of tied it together with grills so that it's protected that side, but it's actually the exterior of the house. A beautiful thing I've noticed is how they've tucked the puja. It looks very contemporary. It looks very private. Whatever is there, it's behind it. And they have a small idol in front with a couple of flowers. Even the area under the step, because the headroom is less, they've made use into a small pool. Okay, staircase without handrails is something they will have to address at some point of time. I love that small reading nook next to the kitchen. That's definitely a good place to have a coffee and read a newspaper and tuck away all those things. The furniture looks just right. I love that corner tables that they are custom made. The floor is neat. It's not heavy things that they've built. Love the way the garden is entering into the house. It's a lot of bamboo. Even upper floor, you know, in front of the TV is all the mess. So they've avoided TV in the lower floor. It's easier out. But at some point they might have to think of a TV in the lower floor also. I hope they have planned for it. Many places they've avoided grills. That gives a beautiful, instead of grills they've given small slit windows, if you've noticed in the sit out, small windows, so that there's no need for a grill. So a lot of little things they've taken in, and it's given them a very beautiful result, I think.